Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Monday's Message. I'm Joseph Dobbs, and this is The Truth. Today we're going to be looking at John chapter 11, when Jesus raises Lazarus. Now what's interesting about this is Jesus knew what he was going to do. He knew he was going to raise Lazarus from the dead. And when he said to take away the stone, everyone said, pretty much you might not want to do that because he's been dead for days and he's going to stink really bad. But we know that Jesus went ahead and told him to move away the stone. And in John 11:43 through 44, Scripture says, "And when he thus had spoken, he cried with a loud voice, 'Lazarus, come forth.' And he that was dead come forth, bound hand and foot with grave cloths, and his face was bound about with a napkin. Jesus saith unto them, Loose him and let him go." First of all, this is an amazing miracle that just took place. Everyone witnessed Jesus raise Lazarus from the dead. But I like the application when it comes to how we are and when Christ calls us. You see, we all have a past, we all have a history before we knew Christ. And before we knew Christ, we all were dead and we stank. And what's funny about that is, just like in here, when it comes to Lazarus, people will make sure we know that we stink. There'll be people around you that want to throw your past in your face and not let you forget how bad you smell. Almost as if to imply, you might want to clean up your act, smell good, be perfect before you can even approach Jesus Christ. But Jesus ignored that claim that he smells, and just like he ignores how bad we stink, praise God for that. And he said, no, I'm calling him back from the dead anyways. And so he calls Lazarus to rise. Just like when Jesus calls us, we must answer and rise and not worry about how bad we stink, because he called us and he wants us to come forward. And I like how it ends by saying when Lazarus rose, he was covered in the garments that he was buried in, his stinky clothes and the napkin on his face. And Jesus said, Loose them and let him go. Just like he does with us, brothers and sisters. When he saves us, that's when we get cleaned up. He takes all that garbage and he strips it away. And he says, get that off of them. Brothers and sisters, praise God that we don't have to clean up our act and be perfect before we approach him. Praise God, we don't have to be spotless for him to save us. He saves us in our dirty, disgusting, smelly situation, and he pulls us out of it. Brothers and sisters, I hope this message has been a blessing to you. And until next time, God bless.